Welcome back to the Olga S Show. I'm your host, Olga. How you doing? How's everybody doing on this fabulous day? What's going on in your neck of the woods, in your part of the world? What time is it? Is it happy hour time? What time is it? Lunch, whatever it is. Awesome. If it's your first time here, awesome to have you. And if you've been here before, welcome back, my love. Well, it's going to be a different live stream today. I was typically doing every second Friday of the month a Tom's Day, but you know what? I'm not getting the views, the interaction, that kind of a thing. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I'm just for now. It's whenever Tom comes out with a new one. I'm gonna take it from there. Okay. Just heads up, revamping a little bit here, just adjusting a little bit here and there. And then, well, I'm going to talk about a couple things. Maybe it's not a big deal, but I saw on Twitter, Mooncoin was trending. I want to talk again about the little Plandemic, and I want to show you a little clip because it goes along this one little bit of that Plandemic documentary that I've also recommended. You guys can look it up. Plandemic 3, The Great Awakening. I've seen them all. I recommend you see them all. And yeah, and then let me say, well, I will do a live real raw reaction of a music video, but I really had 5 of them that I picked today. And I was going to put the voting thing up. And I'm like, and then I was like, nah, I'm just going to take 2 and then I'm going to flip a coin because I like surprising you guys. But what do you guys think? Should I just randomly pick one? Or should I tell you my 5 options and give you guys the vote live? You know, I just usually just go with my instinct. And you know what? Give me a second. Because I should be. Oh, I am. I was just double checking. I'm moving things up around as well with Twitch. I know when I kind of did Twitter a couple of times instead of Twitch, I had a couple requests. They're like, no, stay on Twitch. Well, it's really slow moving. And then I've found some videos today of people saying Twitch is dead. And I'm like, I had that feeling. And, you know, Twitter, they're trying to basically make Twitter a competitor towards or against YouTube. So, you know, I decided again, I'm going to start with Twitter. So I'm live right now on Rumble, YouTube, and Twitter. Make sure to smash that like button if you're just happy to see me, especially if you like this content. You like real, honest, authentic people. Definitely smash that like button. Helps the algorithm. And I've been shadow banned. So you make all the difference. And I'm community funded. So consider becoming a member both right here on YouTube, on Locals for exclusive content, and then some. Yeah, smash that like button. Sharing is caring. Share this content and tag me so that I know you shared it. Yeah, it's a weird day today because, of course, you know, I live in the Northeast, specifically Philadelphia, Center City, and it did kind of look apocalyptic the other day, like New York did. It's getting better, looks much better today. But how is it where you guys are living? If you're in the U.S., what do you guys think about that whole thing? I actually had a clip prepared, and then I didn't prepare it, which was I saw a bunch of people reposting it on how all of a sudden in Quebec there was a little fire, and then all of a sudden, like in a second, like a bunch lit up where you just know it wasn't like a wildfire. Like, I know, not trying to be a conspiracy thing, but like it was like, come on now. Like if anybody can debunk this video of this guy. Anyway, so you know what? Let me get my headset on because you know I can be loud. And but like I've said in other streams, what I don't like about my little setup here, again, I'm community funded. So it's your support, it's your donations, your memberships that's going to help fund this channel. It's helping now, and to make it better, the more, the better. I'm definitely looking to get more people on Locals because the more people I get on Locals as a member, the more I can do there too. You know what I'm saying? Like the more streaming hours, you know, gigabytes as far as like amount of content I can put. So yeah. And like I was saying about the headset is that it helps me know how loud I am. But the problem is that the way I have it set up, I can't really hear the music when I'm playing a music video. So even if I put the maximum volume on my computer, it's still not the same. And I always want to like take them off so I can really hear it better. And then I catch 22 until I can get a better better, setup over here. Well, before I get started, for those who are new, let me start with my intro and we'll get the party started. Hi, I'm Olga S. Pérez, coming at you live, unleashing the power of perspective, one reaction at a time. I've been a life strategist for over 20 years, and I'm here to share my insights on trending topics, current news, and music videos that we all want to talk about with love and humor. Yeah, and sometimes there's like a lag on like Rumble. I don't know why. It's not me though. Let me tell you something. It's their little setup. But so yeah, how about the moon coin? How about the forest fires? And how about the moon coin? So who's with me already? I would love to see you guys. You know, your comments are my fuel. Keep them coming. I do read them and I will respond. And I'm so wait. How could I forget? Oh my God. I finally got to 3,000 subscribers. What? Ever since I did the reaction for Morset, Amon, and then Dimash or Dimash. Anyway, freaking awesome, guys. Thank you so much for all your love and support. So glad that you guys found me. Thank you for all your wonderful comments. So super, like, come on now. And I want to have a little celebration here, but I'm thinking they're going to be like, copyright. Woo-hoo! How corny is that? I don't care. Corny. Doesn't matter. That's the point. Corny. Yay. Yeah, I like to get corny, baby. Okay, well, who's with me already? Sean, great to see you. Victor, hello. Dale Rose, how you doing? I like that. I like when you guys do that. How you doing? Chris Contreras. Yo, my hair's on point. Thank you for noticing, baby. That's the other reason why I'm like, let me start off without, because the headset messes me all up, to say the least. So why, thank you. I do it all for you. 100%. Oh, matter of fact, I like that you just put that. I just noticed. Was that like a subliminal message that I must have seen your emoji and then I said 100%? Nah, I meant that from me. But anyway, I think we're jiving. I think we're having some massive synchronicity here. Love it. Yes. So, guys, keep your comments coming. Hey, but was it Buzzacino at the Olga S Show? First time here, Essex, England. Hey, sending love right back at you. Oh, cool. How'd you find me, Buzzchino? Was it the last two reactions? Either Dimash, or the Morset? Ooh. Thank you for liking. Bashed and thoroughly, was it thoroughly thrashed? I love it. Yeah. So, I don't know. Should I show you or should I surprise you on the, okay, I'm going to share the moon coin. Guys, let me know what you think about the moon coin. I was like, what's going on? Why is the moon coin trending? And I looked up a couple posts and like a lot was saying this. Moon coin shoots up 1,000% after launch, and crypto experts say Wall Street memes will be the next crypto to explode. I'm like, is that a joke? But then a lot more people were saying that. I guess, as you can see, right? I'm scrolling. Just want to make sure you guys can see. Yeah. Okay. Well, I knew June was going to be a crazy month of not just hello, the Trump indictment, just all kinds of news. The CNN CEO gone, right? Like just everything's going haywire and everyone's freaking out. And then hello, come on, guys. Who doesn't know about Agenda 2030, right? Even, you can even also say Agenda 2020. But like, who doesn't know about how when they ran out of cards, ran out of our reaction to their manipulation, that the aliens were going to come? Come on. I'm not saying that aliens don't exist. Definitely unidentified objects exist. Extraterrestrials, I mean, we can be extraterrestrial to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Look, I don't believe anything the news says, and I never have. It's not a new thing. It's not because of social media. No. I just saw another clip today about Ukraine and how there was this clip where the guy's like on the ground, a journalist on the ground showing like there's no Ukrainians around here. And it's like, and somebody actually commented, I think, because I must have mentioned something about it on Wednesday's live stream about like, all the lies, right? Remember when Zelensky was sitting there with Biden and yeah, because Tucker mentioned it. I was sharing the Tucker clip. Oh yeah, that's right. How about the Tucker clip that, actually, I didn't watch it. What do you say we watch it real quick here? He had episode number 2. I was quite curious about it, but then I was like, you know what? I want to watch it live with you guys. So, can you see my screen? Everything good? Let me double, triple check. If you guys watched it, don't tell me. I mean, obviously comment, but let's see. Let's go.
Hey, it's Tucker Carlson. Let's say you wanted to control a country. How would you start? Well, you'd want to make sure you had the complete obedience of everybody inside your borders who was authorized to use deadly force. You would start with the military and then federal law enforcement, then move your way down ultimately to agencies like the IRS. Controlling the guns would be a top priority for you if you ever wanted to go dictatorial, if you wanted to be baby doc. But let's say you had deeper ambitions. Let's say you wanted the power not simply to control people's behavior, but to control how they think, not just their bodies, but their minds, as a god would. In that case, you need to take charge of the society's taboos. A taboo is something that by popular consensus is not allowed. A taboo may not be illegal, but it doesn't need to be. Over time, social prohibitions are more powerful and more enduring than laws. Societies are defined by what they will not permit, as are famously religions. Muslims don't eat pork, neither do Orthodox Jews. Traditional Christians oppose extramarital sex. The Amish avoid electricity, and so on. American society isn't overtly religious, but it's governed by taboos, and it always has been. What's interesting is how fast our taboos are changing. This is not happening organically. What we're allowed to dislike is being dictated to us from above, sometimes by force. Until fairly recently, for example, it was taboo in this country to attack people on the basis of their race. That was the main lesson of the Second World War, we were told again and again. The one thing we learned from the Nazis is that it's dangerous to reduce human beings to their genetic code.
Exactly.
There is no master
I love the
race.
reminder, Tucker. Thank you.
That made sense, but apparently we no longer believe it. Punishing people based on their skin color is not only permitted in modern America, it is mandatory throughout business and government and higher education, as long as the victims are white. At one time, that would have been unimaginable. So with the current behavior of our politicians. As recently as the 1992 presidential campaign, adultery was considered disqualifying for anyone seeking higher office. Bill Clinton was very nearly derailed in the New Hampshire primary by his affair with Jennifer Flowers. Clinton went to elaborate lengths to lie about the relationship because he had no choice.
Remember that?
But he was the last presidential candidate who had to meet this standard. By 2008, it was obvious to anybody who was paying attention that Barack Obama had a strange and highly creepy personal life. Yet nobody ever asked him about it. By that point, a leader's behavior within his own marriage, the core relationship of his life, had been declared irrelevant. It was Barack Obama's business, not yours. One by one, with increasing speed, our old taboos have been struck down. Those that remain have lost their moral force. Stealing, flaunting your wealth, striking women, smoking marijuana on the street, shameless public hypocrisy, taking other people's money for not working. All of these things used to be considered unacceptable in America, not anymore. So it probably shouldn't surprise us that the greatest taboo of all is teetering on the edge of acceptability: child molestation.
Yeah,
a generation
that's my
ago,
topic.
talking to someone else's children.
That's my topic. You know, I'm talking about. That's why I also mentioned the whole Plandemic documentary. I'm going to show you that clip in a second. But yeah, like I want to hear more talk about that. People all stuck in their bubbles, thinking it can't happen to them or their kids or somebody that they know. It's that bad, people. Remember I talked about it. Actually, I talked about it on Locals yesterday about the Operation Underground Railroad. Who doesn't know about that? We'll be talking about that. But of course, I give you the real, all of my thoughts on Locals the way I can't. Okay, let me take that back. That I won't do on the Boob Tube, because the Boob Tube is a, how can I put it nicely? Evil? Okay. All right. Thank you for mentioning this, Tucker.
About sex was widely considered grounds for a thrashing.
That's right.
Touching them sexually
right.
was effectively a death penalty offense.
That's right.
When Jeffrey Dahmer was bludgeoned to death in the bathroom,
and I'm sure a lot of people, especially the younger ones, because I've talked to my interns, no clue who Jeffrey Dahmer is. I'm like, you got to look that shit up, please. I use that example so many times about Jeffrey Dahmer. Ugh. And I just love that he mentioned it. Okay.
Wisconsin prison in 1994, the Milwaukee district attorney had to caution the public not to turn Dahmer's killer into a folk hero. Jeffrey Dahmer had molested and murdered children. People felt justified in celebrating his death. 25 years later, that standard had changed dramatically in the state of Wisconsin, as in the rest of the country. In the summer of 2020, during the BLM riots in Kenosha, 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse defended his life from a conviction.
To this day, I know people that they didn't even watch this. They just listened to the mainstream propaganda, evil, weirdly called legacy media. I wouldn't even call that media. But I get it. For the purposes of everyone understanding, I still have people that I know that think that this was totally wrong and that he was not innocent or that he did not win the case on self-defense. More so, I cannot believe the amount of people that don't know about this guy.
Child molester called Joseph Rosen.
You're right.
Jeffrey Dahmer had molested and murdered children.
Make sure everybody, for those who don't know.
People felt justified in celebrating his death. 25 years later, that standard had changed dramatically in the state of Wisconsin, as in the rest of the country. In the summer of 2020, during the BLM riots in Kenosha, 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse defended his life from a convicted child molester called Joseph Rosenbaum.
Convicted child molester. But nobody mentioned that.
Rosenbaum was trying to kill.
And my point is, if you follow the white rabbit, right, and you follow the money, and you realize that, why is it always the media never talking about the child molestation part of all of it anytime it's there? It's not a conspiracy to see that they are covering this. They're protecting this because now it's a good thing to be a MAP, right? A minor attracted person. Show me the proof. The people that believe that, show me the proof. You can't just say, well, they deserve love too, and kids. Show me the proof. Tell me a good story where a kid was molested, assaulted, anything like that, and that they came out great. Show me one, please. This is not about what you think should be right, or let's give all these people these rights. Again, that's how much sick people we have in the world. That there's so many of them that they're infiltrated everywhere. So of course, there's a big voice. There's a big group that can make this happen where we accept this. The bigger question is, how do they become sick to begin with? Are they born that way? Does society make them that way? Can we make people more sick than they would be just naturally born? Yes, right. We got the whole nature nurture thing. I know that's another subject, but you feel me, right? You feel me with they're everywhere. So of course, they're everywhere in power. Like the Catholic Church, right? And the priests and all that. Okay.
Rittenhouse. So Rittenhouse shot him in self-defense. But it was Joseph Rosenbaum whom the media cast as the victim of the story. Kyle Rittenhouse, meanwhile, an underage boy fending off violence from a child molester, was denounced as the villain. Ultimately, he was indicted for murder. One of the things that this tells us is the people who run our country no longer see child molesters as the worst among us. It's never been more obvious than it was yesterday when the Wall Street Journal ran a long expose about kiddie porn on Instagram. Instagram, the journal found, quote, helps connect and
remember, I mentioned that in the last live on Wednesday.
And promote a vast network of accounts openly devoted to the commission and purchase of underage sex content. Instagram connects pedophiles and connects them to content sellers of child pornography. In one instance, the paper discovered that Instagram was recommending the phrase incest toddlers to users who'd expressed interest in similar material. By the way, no one at Instagram denied that any of this had happened, nor did Mark Zuckerberg, who controls the company. The journal story was accurate. It was all pretty shocking, but not as shocking as what happened next, which was effectively nothing at all. The largest circulation newspaper in the United States revealed that one of the world's most influential companies was promoting pedophilia, and nobody in power did anything about it. The Justice Department did not announce an investigation.
Because they're all in there too.
Congress did not schedule hearings.
Because they're all in there too.
The guy who runs Instagram, Adam Mosseri, still has his job. In fact, Mosseri's last tweet, which is pinned, is a video of himself bragging about how effective Instagram's algorithm is. Keep in mind as you watch this, it's real.
Yeah. People often talk about the algorithm, but there is no one algorithm for Instagram. There are many algorithms and ranking processes we use to try to personalize the experience to make it as...
Oh, and this guy looks totally legit. Yeah, this guy looks like somebody that, yeah, I could trust you with my kids. No. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. You can look at a person and feel something. It's not about judging the book by its cover. You could see, and the visual will give you a feeling. How about let's go with the feeling?
As interesting as we can for each and every person who uses Instagram. We believe in this idea of personalization.
The fact that he's like, oh, look, I'm so good and I care so much. I mean, that alone is a massive red flag for me. You feel me?
Interested in, and what I'm interested in is different. And so therefore your Instagram and my Instagram should be different.
What you're interested in and what I'm interested in.
Exactly. I'm chuckling here too there, Tucker.
In is different, Mosseri explains patiently. So your Instagram feed will be different from mine. You're interested in children. That's why you're getting all the incest posts.
Boom,
it's a highly personalized experience. That tweet is still up tonight. Of course, everybody at Instagram, in fact, everyone everywhere in authority, will still claim to think that child molestation is bad, but the tone has changed unmistakably.
Yes.
When they say it's bad, they mean it in a kind of abstract way. Bad like a civil war in Central Africa is bad.
No, that's a great comparison.
But there are reasons it happens. That's why we now refer to pedophiles as minor attracted persons, because honestly, who can judge?
Did I not mention that? Hello.
These people are a sexual...
You know what I mean? I'm bringing you truth, but with love and humor, right? Because I'm not here like everyone wants to, oh no, you're paranoid, or you're inciting violence, you're conspiracy theories. Shut up. If you're going to say anything, before you make a comment on my channel, on anywhere, whoever you are, wherever you are posting your comments, look at yourself in the mirror. And please, before you post any comment, ask yourself, am I a good person? Not am I right? Not who agrees with me. Am I a good person? Do I help people every day before myself? Am I selfless? Do I know my neighbors and care about them, my friends, my family? Do I have any friends? Ask yourself those questions. You want to be righteous, be a good person where you hurt no one, unless you want to hurt yourself. Which, by the way, when you leave shitty comments, guys, girls, whatever, everybody out there, you're only hurting yourself. Didn't you know that? Oh,
minority, so pause before you attack them.
Yeah.
And in any case, it's not like pedophiles are barging into the Capitol building to sit in Nancy Pelosi's chair or asking uncomfortable questions about the last election.
Right.
For miscreants like that, no punishment is too harsh. So far this month, the FBI's Washington field office has issued 11 press releases. 10 out of 11 have been about January 6th. Keep in mind that January 6th happened more than 2.5 years ago. Now you know why the feds were ignoring kid touchers on Instagram. They're too busy to respond. They've got much more important things.
Something that ruins society. because that's what they want. Nah, it's just me, right? See, for a lot of you guys that watch me, follow me, a lot of you are, we're on the same page. But for me, I want to reach to the people that are like not one of us, and they're just like the regular people that just go to work and they're in the little bubbles. That's what I really, that is my greatest mission, is to just bring forth and comment and have discussions on the things we don't want to talk about with love and humor.
Like finding white supremacists. White supremacists are America's new child molesters. We've got zero tolerance for white supremacists because no one threatens the life of this country.
Please explain a white supremacist.
Here's Joe Biden once again making that very clear last month.
Stand up against the poison of white supremacy, as I did my inaugural address, to single out as the most dangerous terrorist threat to our homeland is white supremacy.
Look at that. Look at that. That shill, senile, you name it. But it's just funny because even with the people that I know in my life, when they're like, well, we know, they just accept. It's not even that they will defend him. For those who in my world that did vote Democrat, and especially for Biden, they're just like, well, they're all corrupt, right? And you've heard this, right? People say it all the time. It's the lesser of the two evils. I'm like, right. So then why are we still voting for the lesser of the two evils? You feel me, right? Like, it's clearly not working. There clearly are corrupt. How do you get rid of, a bad weed in your garden, man? You pluck them. You don't go, well, they're necessary. They're a nuisance. They're killing all my plants, my fruit and everything. I mean, really, life is that simple, guys. How about this isn't silence and compliance, huh? Because like Tucker's saying, because not the white. Racism is racism no matter which way you're pointing the fucking finger.
And I'm not saying
supremacist. Fucking assholes. I mean, even was it Malcolm X, man? I mean, there's tons of footage of him saying how, especially the Democratic Party, and I'm not being political, you know me, but the point is they are piggy banking on stupid shit. What I mean by stupid shit is racism, because actually the origins of racism, did you guys even know the origins of racism actually has to do with Native American Indians? But that's another story. Talk about it some other time.
this because I'm at a black HBCU. I say it wherever I go.
Pardon the feedback, but you heard the point. White supremacy is the most dangerous threat to the American homeland. Joe Biden just told us that. It's more dangerous than the threat of nuclear war with Russia.
The dangerous threat is good people not doing anything.
It's more dangerous than the threat of the Mexican drug cartels, who've already killed hundreds of thousands of Americans and are now in control of swaths of our southwestern states. White supremacy is that bad, Joe Biden says.
Exactly.
In fact, it's worse. But what is it? That's the question. Can anyone in authority actually define white supremacy?
Right.
What is it? Is white supremacy liking white people too much? If so, that's going to put those of us with white children in a pretty tough spot.
Good point.
Or is white supremacy something much more obviously bad, like trying to expel all non-whites from America and creating some kind of ethno-state? If that's Joe Biden's definition, what exactly is the scope of this threat?
Right.
How many people are currently working on this American white ethno-state project? And what are the chances they're going to pull it off? Our guess is not very many and precisely zero. But we can't say for sure because no one has showed us the numbers.
Yay!
These are not rhetorical questions.
Thank you.
When the president of the United States describes something as the worst possible crime Americans can commit, you have a right to know what that crime is. You used to have that right. Under our pre-revolutionary legal code before George Floyd, questions like these were easy to answer. A crime was defined as something that an elected legislature had explicitly banned, usually an act that hurt somebody else. In America, crimes were described precisely with words in English and then preserved in books, which you could read yourself. If you ever wondered whether you were committing a crime, you could just look it up. You could know for sure whether you were a criminal. Now you can't. And needless to say, that's the point.
Well, now how do you dismantle a society? Boom. There you go. That's how you do it.
The point of the exercise is to keep you off balance, to keep you afraid. When no one's willing to define the offense, you can't be sure whether or not you're committing it.
Right.
You could be accused at any time and everything you have taken from you. You live in fear. Remember this guy?
Emmanuel Cafferty was driving near a Black Lives Matter protest in Poway in his SDG&E truck when he says he noticed somebody following him and trying to get his attention. Later, that person posted a picture of him making what some believed is a white supremacy symbol on Twitter. Cafferty says he had no idea about any white power symbols and was just cracking his knuckles outside his window when the picture was taken of him. Later that day, he says he was notified by SDG&E that he would be suspended pending an investigation. And a few days later, he was fired.
What that man did was so offensive, as you just saw, that local news had to blur the photograph of his hand. He was fired from his job. His life was destroyed for cracking his knuckles. He didn't know cracking his knuckles was racist in his defense, but then nobody did until the day that poor Emmanuel Cafferty was unwise enough to crack them. When a crime has no definition, anyone can be guilty of it. It's hard to relax in a country like that. The old system was better. Government operated on the basis of laws, not amorphous moral terror. Politicians couldn't accuse you of something they couldn't define. The legal code was straightforward. Child molestation was a crime. Having unfashionable opinions was not. Outside of the public sphere, the population mostly governed itself, as it does in every society, and used taboos to do it. You knew what was allowed and what wasn't because the rules didn't change very often. The taboos were organic. They derived from collective experience and instinct, the two most reliable guides to life. They evolved for a reason. They still do. Our job at this point is to protect them, despite the hectoring, the nonstop hectoring from the people in charge. You know the outlines of right and wrong. You were born knowing them. So don't let them talk you out of what you can smell. Don't let them rationalize away your intuitive moral sense. Cling to your taboos like your life depends on them, because it does. Cherish and protect them like family heirlooms. That's right. Exactly what they are.
Boom. And with that, I think it's a perfect segue to this little bit that I'm going to share of the documentary Plandemic, The Great Awakening, because this is the third one. There's two more before this one. Like I said, I recommend you watch them all. Let me make sure you guys can see what I'm saying. I'm just going to share a couple minutes here because my whole thing is, like, I know it's very easy to be like, oh, if you don't like this country, leave, right? And especially if you're born here and you're like, well, I was born here. Like, I'm an American, and I don't want to leave. Well, but you were born into it. You didn't create the state that you're living in, right? The laws that you're living under, the society that was built before you. I understand. Why should I leave, right? Well, it's like, well, this is what America's, was founded, born, 1776, you name it. Now, granted, it was hijacked over 100 years ago. And here we are today. This hasn't happened overnight. This happened for a long time, right? So now, when you look at someone like that and you say, or they want to say, well, let's change it up. I've heard many comments and read, watched videos of like, well, what our forefathers did, things are different now. No. You can't open your mouth and say that until you go to at least 3 different countries, at least one of them being communist, and then come back. You can't just say it if you've never left and you haven't experienced a communist country. Period. End of story. End of discussion. Number 1. Number 2. Everyone's forgetting, because I'm sure they weren't taught in school, because that's how you get the next generation to go on the streets. Because most people that are older, they don't go on the streets. It's the young ones, right? They got their hormones going, they got all that energy. And if they're empty, right, and they're lost and they got no morality, then they got to cling to something. Oh, hence the cult of the rainbows, which I talked about that on Locals yesterday. That how the rainbow's been hijacked, and I'm not having it. Go make your own shit. But watch this clip. This is talking about, God, the whole thing. I would love to play the whole thing, but this is very important to me. Like America, what freedom is. And it's very, very, okay, let me just play it and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yesterday, I asked ChatGPT, are there any similarities between today's woke revolution and Chairman Mao's Cultural Revolution of the 1960s? And it wrote back, how long do you have?
That's profound, right?
We recognize that government is absolutely necessary for an orderly society. But following the dictum that government, like fire, is both beneficial.
This is a guy that I also talk about all the time. His link of the book, and just so you know, it's an affiliate link, so I get a couple pennies or whatever when you guys purchase the book through the link that I have in the description. That helps the channel, helps me. Please do it. You got to read this book, The Creature of Jekyll Island. Because again, if you don't know the system you're living in and how it was created, we can't have a discussion. The awakening happens when you know things, when you see things, when you stop seeing the facade, right? The matrix.
Beneficial and dangerous. We believe in the concept of limited government. And we believe that the constitutional republic created by our founding fathers is the best form of limited government that has yet been devised by man.
Because what government is not corrupt? We're looking at it right now. They tell you what to do. Sit in your house. Don't do this. Ruin your business. The whole nine, right? Take your money, take more money. They just keep taking, putting us more and more in debt, right? So government, from all of history, not good. More power they get, the worst, right? So, you know, our forefathers came from all that shit. Let's remember this.
A republic is a limited democracy.
There you go.
It's a form of government based upon the principle of
people use the word democracy like they think it's a people thing, like it's us, like the blue collar, right? Like the workers class, which is the majority. Of course, now the majority of the so-called, you know, billionaires, what do you want to call them, elite? I don't call them elite, but regardless, it's like 1%, right? So all the wealth is in 1%. So the rest of us are working. I'm sorry. It's coming up here. Ugh. And again, oh guys, you can see this is my thing. Freedom is my thing. Beyond being an American, it's let me shut up.
Limited majority rule. Limited so that the minority, even a minority of one, can be protected against the whims and passions of the majority. Now, democracy is a form of government based upon the principle of majority rule. It's easy to understand.
I lived in Spain, and I wasn't cool with that. I was not cool with that. The majority, it's like, so if you're different, and many of us are very different, it's like, that's it. So when people use the word democracy, they think it's like, that's the right thing to do because you care about people. You know, we're all equals. You know, we all have a say. We all have rights. But when the majority could be 10 people in a room. The majority can be 20,000 people in one town. You feel me?
Stand, easy to sell to the masses, and I might add, deadly.
The fathers of philosophy, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, were all staunch critics of democracy. History's greatest minds all observed that even a well-intended democracy can breed deception, division, and ultimately total control by the state.
This is one of the first books I read when I was a teenager. I was young, like 12, 13 years old. They mentioned Plato and Aristotle and Socrates in my schools. I was in several, and I was in a boarding school, remember, locked up in a convent for those who know me. And, I really just the teacher mentioning few things I wanted to know all about Plato and all about. And so for me, it's like the first thing I would give my kid is look, please read the Republic of Plato. Let's start there. Like, it's so.
Aristotle wrote that democracy is not just the rule of the majority. Democracy is a system in which the majority is in charge, respecting the basic elementary rights and principles of minorities. If not, democracy becomes a tyranny of the majority.
Socrates himself became a victim of this very process. He was sentenced to death by a majority vote for protesting the rights and protections of the minority.
This country was founded on the principle that the individual is sovereign over the institution of
Exactly.
government. And it's about a philosophy of governance that says that you are a free individual.
Exactly.
Or a philosophy of governance that says your serf, and your subject.
Boom.
We have inalienable rights just by virtue of being human. And so their primary responsibility as the government is to protect those rights.
These aren't rules
That's
to
simple.
govern me, they're rules to govern the government. Like what you are and are not allowed to do to me.
We are constitutional republic with a representative democracy, so people do vote, but we have a separation of powers. So if you majority vote to eat you for lunch, the Supreme Court can say, no, you cannot.
And how do you protect the minority from the majority? You write down a set of rules on a piece of paper. You say, this we can do, that we cannot. At the top of the paper, you write the word Constitution. And then everyone agrees to follow the rules no matter what the temptation. And when you're finished, you've created a constitutional republic.
It was Thomas Jefferson who said, "The republic is the only form of government which is not eternally at open or secret war with the rights of mankind."
You see, I can go on and on. It's great. But do you see how important that few minutes right there? How they sat down, they wrote the shit down. So people need to shut up and understand that is exactly, if your teacher, hey Siri, why are you talking? I'm not talking to you. Do you guys hear this?
Okay.
I don't even have Siri program on my computer, so it shouldn't even be popping up. Okay, that's another story. So, you feel me? Oh God, I'm like trying to come back to you, baby. I want to hear your chats. Want to hear your chats, read your chats. God, you guys have been posting some really cool stuff, and I didn't want to interrupt. Of course, I was interrupting. Forgive me, but yeah, Buzzacino, I am but human. I will make a mistake, but I will admit it. I will not be fake. I won't let my ego pass that buck on. I will be honest and then right the wrong. Yes, and I love that emoji, baby. Yeah, cool. How you doing? Now, you've been posting a bunch of great stuff. I'm like, oh my God. Taboos, Sean Henry, taboos are being protected fiercely by a little thing called boycotts. Turn on the taboo lights, expose the creeps hiding in the dark, drinking their Bud Light. I know you do. Well, I guess you were being funny, but I know. That's good. It was good. I take it serious. Yes, Buzzchino, 8 million missing children worldwide every year needs to stop. Exclamation. Yes. Now, like we should be talking about it all the time. I don't want to hear about your race bullshit. I don't want to hear about your rainbow. I don't want to hear about what you think you are and how I should call you. Get to work. Be productive and save someone other than yourself. Because if you're saved, okay, maybe you are standing up for yourself. You're like, but I am. I got a cause and I got, all right. Is your cause? I want everyone to look at themselves and say, is my cause bigger, more important than children being trafficked sexually? I mean, guys, it's not just that these kids are getting hurt and sexually exploited. It's the fact that in one day, one kid have the most horrible, unimaginable things happen to him on a daily basis. And then when they're done, they delete the person, the child. If you think that because you're not seeing it with your own eyes, that knowing it and doing nothing, and by not talking about it, remember, silence is compliance. The streets need to be filled with all of us. I'm sure the pedos and the maps and all these people with their delusions to fit their power trip, because that's what it is. It's not even sex. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's another word that I get flagged for over here. All right. This is why the live streams are so important, guys. Yeah, I can go on and on. But I really like the way they were just, let's remember, nobody wants to be told what to eat. Even when you think you're doing the right thing. I recycle, I reduce, I reuse the old school way, right? But I literally will buy things that are not in packages. I do everything possible to have a very, and it's not about the carbon footprint. Don't give me that lying crap of shit. It's just about, is this good for the planet? Is it biodegradable? That's my biggest thing, right? That I know I make a difference. We all do. So can you imagine if, but no, nobody cares. They're still buying their bottles of shampoo and everything prepackaged, and it's all this trash. Cutting off gas stoves, cars, that's not going to change the fact that all this plastic ending up in all the fish that we eat. Oh, but you're right. They don't want us to eat fish anymore. We need to eat crickets, insects, vegan, right, and genetically modified, right. That's fine. If that's what you want to believe, you do it. But for me, I want organic, naturally created and grown food, period, end of story. Whether it's plant-based, animal, I don't care. I do have the right, and I will not give it away. You're not going to be like, no, you have to do this. And that's the whole democracy thing in the group. And what happened to Socrates? No. You do you, and I do me. That's, for me, if I was going to put the whole American, spirit and our forefathers in a nutshell, right, in one word, you do you, or like one sentence, and I do me. Don't you govern me. Govern yourself. Be a better person. Be a cleaner person. Be a more respectful person. Guaranteed we'd be more together. We'd be getting along. Because you know me, I'm all about relationships. It's how we get along with each other, how we treat each other. It's not just inclusivity. You can't force shit down people's throat. You know the old saying? You want to catch bees with honey? Or flies with vinegar? I know there's like so many different ways of saying that when people are like, that's kind of, you get the point. When you're nice, people want to be around you. When you're a bitch or mean or miserable, you know the answers to this. We all do. A child fucking figures the shit out. All right. How about that for some real raw reaction? Now, guess what time it is? It's time to, it's time, my friends, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. It's time to take a quick break, but before I do you want me to just pick the song? Do you want to give you some clues? One is from America Got Talent, a female that was trending. And I thought, ooh, I'm curious to see. And of course, first time reaction, real raw. The other one is that, well, I've already done reactions on this artist, Ren, and he just came out with Suicide. I think it was yesterday. But I'm like, sometimes when I do reactions when they first come out, it's like people are too busy watching like the original, and I don't get, people just don't even notice. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do that one today. I could do that like next week. And then there was another one, more of a popular artist, but I was really curious because it's been in the charts for weeks. Never heard of it. So I wanted to know, is it going to be a good song or not? The other one is an artist I am familiar with. She was also trending literally on YouTube. And maybe I'll give you a clue. I don't know if she sings this song in English. I think it's going to be Spanish. But she's been an up and coming artist, and I really do like her stuff. And I was like, ooh, I haven't seen this or heard the new one. And then the other one that was on the charts, #1, not on YouTube trending, but on the Billboard charts. And I know it's this country. All right, I guess I gave you guys enough. But I'm thinking if you don't even know some of the artists that I'm thinking about, why even ask you? Because you're going to be like, well, I don't know about that, so let me choose that one. I'm like, how can I flip a coin on 5 artists? Help me out, guys. Or should I just take a quick break and come back up and literally close my eyes, move my mouse, and whatever my mouse touches is what we're watching? What do you think? What do you think? You know I'm all about surprises and live. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Yeah, Victor, I would flip the coin, but because there's 5 options, I got to bring them down to 2. So we got country, we got Spanish, we got pop culture, we got independent creator, and then we got a America's Got Talent audition that apparently was trending, so it must be really good. And I was like, well, I want to see. But yeah, that's where I'm at. And I'm not going to keep you waiting. You know, I got to make a decision. We got to do this. I'm excited. All of them sound good to me. And I will do all of them eventually. I got them on my list. They're going to be done probably next week. But today, you can do 2 songs and see which artist fan base brings the most comments. Okay, deal. Great idea. No, because that's the thing with the algorithm. If I put like 2 different, it'll basically go nowhere. It has to be one song for like the tags and stuff like that, so that people that are looking for it, it pops up. You know what I mean? It already kind of messes my algorithm things for people to find my stuff when I talk about, like, say, Tucker and relationships or all the other subjects along with my live music video reaction. So I definitely can't do 2. Gotta be 1, baby dolls. Gotta be 1. The new Ren song is extremely heavy. I know, right? Exactly. Because here it is where literally, check this out. It says it right there. The following content may contain suicide or self-harm. I'm like, oh God. But you know, it's one of the trending ones. This one's number 9 trending. And this just came out yesterday, and he's an independent artist. So yeah, I mean, of course I'm gonna want to do it. But then this one, then this one was number 5 trending. And like I said, I really like her music. I do know of this artist, but I've never done any reactions for her. So you know what I mean? Broadens the horizons, broader audience. And thank you all for all the ones that have been asking me to do more of Morissette and more of Dimash. I will be doing that. In fact, I'll be putting all the songs that you guys requested, and you guys can vote which one I'll do next in order. But for now, since I just did those 2, I wanted to do something different. Yeah, so who's familiar with like Morgan Whalen? I don't know if I'm saying it right. He was one of the choices that I had posted on the vote about a month ago or so. But nobody seemed to go through it or like click on it. Maybe just because it's my audience, but it's number 1. So I'm like, come on. I've yet to listen to anything of this artist, Morgan Whalen or Whalen. We got Rosalia Tuya. And the other one, maybe I should do this one because this is the only one I haven't spilled the beans on. But the other thing is when I do like big artists, but even like America's Got Talent, they'll be like, oh, copyright, you can't. This is why I depend on all your donations, super chats, because they're just like, nah, copyright, you can't make any money. Not that I make any on ads anyway. It's like 3 cents, I swear to you. I think I got 30 cents last month. Okay. That's the truth. This isn't calculus. I know, right? If viewers want to get their song recommendation on the list, use the super chat. That's true. That's true. All right, guys. The sky's the limit. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. I'm not going anywhere, so don't change that dial. Or if you go to the restroom or whatever you're doing, you do you. Come back. Don't go. If you need to get a drink, coffee, whatever it is, take a break like, you know me, to the tinker. Yeah. I'll be right back. I won't take long. Give you guys enough time to adjust and maybe persuade me, or I will do what I did and I'll just close my eyes live and you'll see it yourself. All right, guys. Because you know me, I gotta refresh my energy to do this reaction so I can really give you my best, unadulterated, unjaded. Okay. All right. Be right back, guys. See you soon. Welcome back to the Olga S Show. And are you ready, baby? Are you ready for a real, raw, live reaction? Olga style. I picked one. That's it. It was actually my first pick of the day. And I was just like, that's it. That's it. Surprise, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Let me see. Oh, please tell me I'm not going to get a commercial. All right, hold on. Here we go. Today's real, live, raw reaction. Oop, oop. That way you can see my reaction, right? That's the point, right? That's the point. Real, raw reaction of this video that was trending today. Golden Buzzer. Putri Ariani receives the Golden Buzzer from Simon Cowell. And this is Auditions. AGT 2023. First time reaction. Don't know who this person is. Yo. But it looked very interesting besides the fact that it was trending. I was like, just the look of this girl. Everything. I don't know what's coming. Are you ready? Because the live reaction is going to start in about a second. Drum roll. That's right, Victor. Love it. All right. Here we go, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking around. Come on. What better way to enjoy a Friday than a real live reaction of some talent? Let's discover. Let's see how, why did this person get the Golden Buzzer? Oh my God. Okay. Without further ado, real live raw reaction of Putri Ariani auditions at America's Got Talent, starting now.
I always dreamed to be on America's Got Talent since I was little.
Oh yeah, nervous?
A little bit.
I don't know if you want to watch the whole background.
Are these your parents?
Fast forward.
Yes.
And what are you going to do on AGT?
I'm going to be singing and playing a piano.
Oh, you're going to be singing.
Yeah. My biggest challenge is people look at me just as a blind person, not as a musician. But when I'm singing, I feel like a superstar.
Oh, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. I'm already getting chills. Why?
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for coming to AGT. What is your name?
My name is Putri Ariani. I'm 17 years old. I'm from Indonesia.
Bravo! I felt the same way. I'm getting chills, guys. Already.
Putri, is this your first time in America?
This is my very first time. I'm so excited. I love all the thing in here.
Oh my gosh, she's adorable. She's so sweet.
What is your talent?
I am a singer.
How long you been singing?
Maybe since I was born.
And what is your dream?
My dream is being the biggest diva in the world, like Whitney Houston, and win a Grammy Award.
Oh, wow. Yes. Are you going to school now?
Yes, I'm in.
I'm pausing it because I'm thinking that they're already gonna do like a copyright thing, strike, whatever, block. But I'm so used to just going straight to it. But of course I'm like, I want to know a little bit about her, but okay, we get a sense. So let me see if I can get her right when she's starting. Let's see. Okay, they're setting her up.
Like it's a good spot for you? Cool. And the key's good?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Have fun.
Okay, on the piano. All right. Nerve-wracking.
I remember when we still were. You love your voice and your bright eyes. We together in this love. Promise we'll forever.
Oh.
And now you left me alone. Cause you'll find someone better.
I forgot to mention, for those who don't know, when I do the first reaction, I pause as needed, as inspired, as whatever comes through me, and then I play from the top without interruptions, okay? And I'll put the timestamps below and also the comments, okay? For those who are just like, I just want that. I just want that. Got it. I got you. I got you. Okay. That being said.
You went that way with her. And one thing I know, you break my heart, break my hope, make me so down in loneliness. You left me when I did. Thought you were my best friend, being my prince, but I was wrong. Oh, baby, you changed your pain into the blue.
Oh my God, guys, I'm telling you, everywhere, both my arms, both my legs. I wish I could show you it. Like, I got chicken skin, goosebumps. Whoa. It's subtle, but yet she's powerful. And yet, look at her. She's like, oh, like so, just so humble and so sweet and so heavenly, honestly. Really moving.
You break my heart, break my heart, make me so down and lonely night.
Ooh, girl.
You break my heart, break my home, make me so down in a loneliness.
Oh!
You let me when I'm in love.
Look at everyone, they're already standing up. I love that guy, by the way. How subtle, beautiful. Great job, girl. Wait, Simon's getting up top.
Thank you. This is amazing.
Is it for the show or is he for real? Come on now.
What's he doing there? He went out.
Hi, Putri. This is Simon. Yeah. Her voice is amazing.
Yes.
And you have father.
Yes, I'm father.
Very nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you.
I'm gonna start
Could you have
crying.
a second song?
Yeah. You want to sing it for someone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to sing it for you? Yes, thank you.
It's not the weirdest stupid walk.
What did you want?
Well,
Another song? You didn't like that one?
I just said to Putri, I
Would you
like
do
her
another
voice
song?
so much.
Thank
I
you
want
so
her
much,
to sing
Simon.
a second song, please.
Talk about
The
it. Was
song
not just
is-
me. Joe was like, why don't you just do 2 today? Well, apparently I am.
Special for you, Simon.
Oh, special for you, Simon. I can't. You guys know I'm a sucker for good sweethearts.
Well, thank you.
Was this set up backstage? I don't want to sound like that, but that's what just came through me. Oh, no. I have my tissue ready.
What I gotta do to make you love me? What I gotta do to make you care? What do I do when lightning strikes me?
Kurt's texting.
And I wake to find that you're not there.
Ooh.
What a voice.
What I gotta do to make you want me? What I gotta do to be heard?
Oh, that's my passion here. I can't.
What do I say when it's all over, baby?
Yeah, baby.
Seems to be the hardest word. It's sad, so sad. It's a sad, sad situation.
Oh, yeah.
And more absurd.
She just feels it.
It's sad,
Feeling all right.
so sad. Why can't we talk it over? Oh, it seems to me.
Vergelamt. Getting vergelamt.
Sorry seems to be the hardest
Oi, oi, oi. Bravo! Bravo! Oh, she didn't want to cry. I know she didn't want to cry. He definitely feels it. Look at her. He's going. Oh. I mean, she's singing with her heart and soul.
How do you feel?
I feel so excited. I can't believe it. Actually, I can be here now.
It was amazing.
Thank you.
We're all mesmerized
Oh,
by
look at that guy
your
crying.
voice. You're an angel.
Thank you so much.
Heavenly earlier.
I think you just used the word. You know, a lot of people don't believe in angels, and I think one just landed on our stage.
Thank you.
You're a superstar.
Yes. It definitely sounded like one. I mean, come on. If you weren't looking.
You sounded so beautiful tonight, especially the very first song that you sang, like how you switched from your chest voice to your head voice, like
That's
how
my-
you. Sorry,
Yeah, that's my original song.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
Really? Well, I just learned something new. I was wondering, I never heard that song before.
That's even more amazing.
Wow. I thought it was like a pop song. It was so good.
I don't know who that person is. How come she's got a mic? I don't get it. I don't really watch the show, guys. I don't watch the show.
Tell us that.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, should we watch the buzzer moment? I guess it's going to happen now.
They're going crazy for you.
Thank you so much.
I think we're all feeling the same thing. You know, you're 17, you write songs, you've got an amazing, distinctive voice.
Thank you
And
so much.
I mean, really, really good. You have a kind of a glow about you.
Yes, she does. So I'm getting
And
up again.
tell me about you're waiting for something at your school.
I really want to go to Juilliard.
Okay. I don't know whether this is going to make a difference or not. However,
he's standing up.
A sharp spirit wanna climb the ground.
Oh.
I'm gonna send the flood in a drum around. This is great. This is fruit. This is who I'm meant to be. This is me.
Human heart. I'm seeing Mr. Simon walking around. But okay. All right. All right. From the top, without interruptions. I think it was right here. Hold on. Let me see.
Is that mic filled? Okay, cool. Have fun.
Here we go. Oh.
I remember when we still were. You love your voice and your bright eyes. We together in this love. Promise we'll forever. Oh my gosh. And now you left me alone. 'Cause you'll find someone better. You went that way with her. And one thing I know, you break my heart, break my hope, make me so down in loneliness. You left me when I did. Thought you were my best friend, being my prince, but I was wrong. Oh, baby, you changed your pink into the You break my heart, break my heart, make me so down in a loneliness. You break my heart, break my home, make me so down in a loneliness. You let me when I've been left. I was so wrong.
Yes!
Do I fall in you?
All right. Since, we did a twofer. But I think I need to wrap it up right here because that was her original song. That was her first impression. That was a first time reaction. And I hope this is your first time watching her. But if you did already, please let me know in the comments, not just in the live chat, in the comments below later. What did you think? Did you know of her? Did she came out of nowhere? I don't know. This is just the auditions, right? So good for her. I'm glad she got the gold buzzer. And I wish her the best. And I'm very grateful for humans like her around. And wow, she was so brave. She was so good. I love it. I love it when you don't know what to expect. And like I said, I don't watch the show, but when the video was trending, I was like, well, why? Obviously, if you're watching this, you know why. There are so many reasons why. She's definitely her talent and her showing up there and doing what she did. And then it's her own song. It's almost unbelievable that I know humans are capable of extraordinary things. But every time I see something like this, it's like, and to think that, we're like 1 in a trillion chance of us being born, right? of all the sperm. We're 1 in a trillion. God, her parents seem so awesome too. I'm so happy for her. That was awesome. And thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Putri Ariani, for sharing your beauty, your talent, your soul, your heart. That was awesome. I'm glad that she exists, and I'm glad I was a witness. Hope you guys enjoyed that as well. All right. Well, before I go, I want to say hello, goodbye. What's going on? Any super chats? And don't get me wrong, the others on the list, they're coming. They're coming. We got Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're coming. I will put a vote up, and you guys can choose what one I'm going to do specifically on Monday. How about that? How about them apples? Without further ado, like I said, if I don't get a super chat and it doesn't jump up, I don't know where to start, where to cut back. But oh, Victor, you thought bravo. Hi, Ben. How you doing? Anybody else? Hey, Dale Rose. As a person who has seen much other countries, societies, and religions, in a lot of other countries, young girls and boys exploited by rich priests. Yep. Or honored person. Yes. There are sick folks. Yes. Thank you. Like, we just have to, like, people need to speak up, right? I know everybody wants to sit here and see beauty. We're built for that. And we don't want to see the ugly. I get that. But that was really pretty. That was really nice. That was a good one for a Friday, huh? What do you guys think? Yeah, people should treasure people more than treasure. Yes! I love that. That was awesome. Man, you guys have been giving me some real good stuff today. Sorry that I can't, like, post all of them. That's why the super chats, like, that way, if there's something specifically, it's not just requests that you want me to share. Plus, you're supporting me. You're donating. You're supporting my work, my channel. You're keeping me coming back, honey. You really are. Know that. When you think you don't make a difference in the world, you do. You do. All right, guys. Well, I hope it was, yeah, I don't think I did anything that was, like, not Twitter friendly. But hey, Twitter world, since I'm live there right now too. And on Rumble. But I also post the videos on BitChute, but that's a whole nother story. We'll talk about that some other time. You can check it out. All my links are in the description below. The way you can help support this channel, all in the description below. Become a member. In fact, it's super cool when you guys become members during my live. You know, I'll celebrate, to say the least. And yeah, I want to thank you once again for liking, commenting, for becoming a subscriber, and helping me reach more people. You are doing this. 100%. 100%. All right, guys, without further ado, I'm going to peace out for now. I'll see you soon. I'll definitely see you on Locals sooner than later. So join me on Locals if you want more exclusive, real, raw content. Over on Locals, the description, the link is also in the description below. I'll put it later on. Once the video renders, I'll do, like, the end cards and all that stuff. But if anybody hasn't told you they love you today, I love you. And until next time, until very soon. Again, sooner for the members and Locals, no doubt. I got a lot coming up. I got a lot of announcements to share too. And an invite. Let's see. Oh, you know me. I try to be like, oh, I'm just going to give you clues, and then I say too much. Okay. You're just going to have to come back and see me soon. Much love. Many blessings. And I'll talk to you soon.